So standing here at Koenig and Burnett, waiting for my bus to come. I've probably been here for about 15 minutes or so. Yeah, waiting for the bus. I probably would have been home by now. In fact, I would have been home by now, knowing that I could have took the streets. I know the Sac streets I could take home too. But I'm in a car to go area, and I've seen a lot of car to goes fly by here. It's pretty cool. Um, I went by AT&T store just so I can get a good whiff of my next phone, which is the Windows Phone 8 by Nokia, and also HTC. Of course, this particular store only has models which approximates the weight of the phone. It's not really the phone, and that kind of sucks because I really wanted to play with one. Darn AT&T for doing that. I noticed that AT&T stores that are in not so great neighborhoods have don't have the phones on display. They only have like a good model of it. And the stores that are in the better neighborhoods actually has the actual phone locked down. You know, they have the tether cord on it and stuff. I'm like, really? But the HTC is definitely thinner and lighter. The Nokia Lumia 920 is heavier, but I mean, I still don't see the big deal. I mean, it's not that heavy. It's not that much heavier. Um, a lot of people use phones and they want to put it to their ear, but I don't care how light the phone is. I really not much of a talker on the phone. That's because I don't like to hold the phone up to my ear for a long period of time. I get really tired of that. And the only person I actually do that to is my mother. Whenever I call my mom, and I call her, either once a week or once every 2 weeks, I just get so sick and tired of holding that phone in my ear that I want to get out the phone as soon as possible. And the only way I did that successfully was when I had Bluetooth. That's one thing I got to say is, if not Bluetooth, at least get a headset. And then you don't have to worry about holding that heavy ass Nokia Lumia 920 to your ear because you can talk to it hands free. You know. Now when I talk on this phone, I have to hold it up to my mouth, especially at night. And like right now, I'm holding it up to my mouth right now, facing the camera forward. And it gets tiring. My arm gets tired, and it starts to shake, and I'm like, oh my God, can I please put this phone down? But I mean, it's not that big a deal. I'm sure the Nokia will be a lot heavier, and to carry if I'm doing video like I'm doing right now, and it will be harder to catch a video. Now my cigarette went out. Mm. Hold on a second. So that's, it's not that big a difference. I don't really see what people are talking about, how, oh, the phone's heavy and the phone's big. It's not that big. The Galaxy S3 is much bigger. The screen is as big as the Nokia Lumia 920. So, the Galaxy S3, the screen is bigger than the Lumia 920. So it's really not such a big phone. It's just thick. It is thicker, but it fits in my pockets at least just fine. When I was at the Microsoft store, I did put the phone in my pocket just to see if it, fit really well, and it did. It did a good job. A lot of reports on the internet have said that they dropped the phone and it's chipped on the side. Now, one great thing about that is that when you chip a Lumia 920, because the color goes through the casing, it's not painted on. It's the color of the metal is, or plastic, whatever, is actually the color of the plastic. So you're not, when you scratch it, you're not going to get a silver or or a black scratch, you're going to get the same color. So it's kind of masked. It's kind of a mask chipping. If you scratch any other phone, you're going to get that silverish, type of look, which makes the phone look really bad. I think in the Lumia 920, when you chip the phone or scratch it or whatever, it's going to still look pretty polished and still work. I spoke to one guy on Twitter about his Lumia, and he said he's dropped that phone many times, and it's got plenty of scratches on it, but the thing is, it still looks brand new, and it still works. He has been unsuccessfully unable to break his screen. His child dropped the phone many times. And you know how children are. Children will find a way to break something, no matter how unbreakable they say it is. Now, I'm not saying that the Lumia 920 is totally foolproof or foolproof. It isn't. If you drop it the right angle, the right way, you will break it. That's just the way things are, okay? It's going to break. But I do know that the Lumia 920 has a better chance of surviving a drop than many other phones in the market. The HTC claims that too, with the Gorilla Glass screen, and the body is using the same plastic as the Lumia. So it's not really, you're going to get, it's a strong phone. And it will hold up to a lot of drops without a case. And a lot of people are using the Lumia 920 without a case because there aren't many. You can find them online, but there are really not a lot of cases available for the Nokia Lumia 920. If you ask me though, I will still get a nice case in one of those screen protections, just because hey, fingerprints and all that. Right now, my phone is infested with fingerprints and scratches and everything else. But luckily, I got that screen protection on, so all I got to do is pull it off. It'll be brand new, and put another one on whenever I decide to replace it. But the only reason I haven't replaced it yet because I know that eventually, very soon, I'm going to go and buy a Lumia 920 or an HTC Windows Phone 8X if I decide to go with T-Mobile. My bus is coming. Peace.